Now, in Illinois, you have to wear a mask if you want to go into a local business. And that idea got me thinking about masks, and that's what I want our update this week to be about. But not probably the masks that you're thinking about, a different kind of mask, the theatrical mask. And so welcome to this week's update titled, What Mask Are You Wearing? Do you know what a hypocrite is? Did you know that the idea behind a hypocrite is the idea of a mask? In fact, Webster's online dictionary tells us that the word hypocrite ultimately came into English from the Greek, which from a word that means actor or a stage player. The Greek word itself is a compound noun, and it's made up of two Greek words that literally translate as an interpreter from underneath. That bizarre compound makes more sense when you know that the actors in ancient Greek theater wore large masks to mark which character they were playing, and so they interpreted the story from underneath their masks. The Greek word took on an extended meaning to refer to any person who was wearing a figurative mask and pretending to be someone or something that they were not. To refer to someone who pretends to be morally good or pious in order to deceive others. This is what a hypocrite is. Eventually, we got the idea of a person who acts in contradiction to his or her stated feelings or beliefs. Did you know that the Bible talks about the hypocrite? In fact, in Matthew chapter 6, we have 3 references to the hypocrite. The first reference is found in Matthew chapter 6, verse 2. It says, "Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward." The second instance is about prayer. And it comes in verse 5, chapter 6, verse 5. "And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward." The third example is the person who fasts and makes sure everyone knows about it when they're doing it. This comes in verse 16. "Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces, that they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward." In each example, the person is taking an act of worship and making it all about themselves. They are pretending to be religious when it's actually just a show. Hypocrisy is a difficult thing to talk about. It's easy to spot in others, and it's hard to acknowledge in ourselves. Let me encourage you to examine your life for hypocrisy. Are you hiding behind a mask? Perhaps pretending to be someone you aren't, or pretending to be religious when your relationship with God isn't what others think it is. Be careful. Masks can fool some people, but they never fool God. Well, I want to congratulate Kendall Bond for once again winning this week's Jelly Bean competition. And with that three-peat, the competition is over. But that doesn't mean that your Bible reading should be over. Show God that you are the real person, and do your devotions regularly, and that you're not a hypocrite, saying that you have a relationship with God but never investing in it. Do your devotions, read your Bible, pray, speak with the Lord, develop your relationship with God. And that's this week's update for the youth group. What mask are you wearing? I'll be praying for you.